Welcome back to Perry and Mary, and today, we gonna talk about what, baby?
Knowing if he or she is the one.
Ooh, let's talk about it. So how do you know if the person that you've dreamt about is the one, or if you've met the person and just look past them because you have in your mind what you believe is that dream man or dream woman that God has set aside for you? Let's talk about it. Like, help a brother out.
I'm sorry, I just keep thinking about spiritual husband when you said.
Ooh, God forbid, no spiritual husband, no spiritual woman. So
Okay, sorry.
let me help you out. First things first. Like it starts with you. Like, you have to know what God has called you to do, what your purpose is, and what your standards are. Because if you don't have nothing to measure this person or to evaluate them by, then you'll just take anybody along for the ride. It may be because of their looks. It may be because of what's trending right now. You know, back in the days, light-skinned brothers
was in.
It was in.
Light skin was in.
And now they want tall, dark, and handsome. But listen, I'm off the market, so I'm good. I don't need nobody looking for me. But, you know, like it starts with knowing what God has called you to do. And it makes it easier for you to choose this person wisely. Now, God doesn't choose for you. He presents to you.
It makes me think about Adam, right?
Yeah.
God presented the animals to Adam.
Yes, he did.
And so Adam named them,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's like, hold up. There's not one of my kind. There's not one for me. So not only was Adam in his purpose, right? Adam was working. He was in his purpose.
Ooh, wait. Adam was working. My guy had a job before he met his wife.
Eve didn't have to help him find a job.
Ooh.
Eve didn't have to help him get in school. Eve didn't have to help him identify who he was and his purpose. He knew who he was, and it was in his assignment.
Exactly.
When God gave him Eve.
Listen, you preaching, baby. You doing good. We trying to help y'all in this year, 2024. We trying to help y'all. Prepare yourself. What did Mama say about desiring, you know, this high value person, and yet you yourself are not, you know, prepared to receive that person?
Yeah, she said that. But before we go there, I just want to say that sometimes, a lot of times, as women, because we're nurturers, right? We find ourselves wanting to nurture and to help and to support, to raise somebody else's son, right? And so you have to realize that, like I was saying with Adam was in his purpose, he was in his assignment, and he didn't need Eve to bring him to his assignment.
Come on.
She was a help to him in his assignment. So please, ladies, you know, I'm guilty of it. You know, you feel sad, or you what's the word I'm looking for?
Sympathize.
You sympathize with the person, like, oh, he needs my help, and you feel like you want to help him, and so you can help someone, right?
But you can't be their savior, though.
Right, you can help them
and
try to be their savior, but also if you help them, don't try to help them to be your boyfriend or to be your husband, or I'm going to help raise him up so he could be a good man for me. That's not your responsibility. It's not your obligation. Now, on the flip side, you know, sometimes as women, we want this 6-7 figure dude, when in reality you're not to that point, and so you don't want to value or Mama said that, you know, we want these things, and because we don't have them, we end up settling for less than what we truly deserve. Right? You have that desire, and then you tend to compromise because you don't have that. You haven't elevated yourself to that point. You may not financially have 6 figures or 7 figures, but mentally you should be in a place to help support a man in his dream or his vision, and help manage the 6 and 7 figures.
That's good. And also, we have to have a better understanding the purpose of marriage. It's not just for the physical benefits, the two that shall become one. You know, like it's very nice. It's a perk. But if you marry for the wrong reasons, or for status quo, or just to
fill a void,
to fill a void,
compensate for unresolved daddy issues.
Listen, you will suffer. You will make that man suffer. You will make that woman suffer, because the purpose of marriage, one of the purposes of marriage, is to fulfill the plan of God in your life and that person's life, to reproduce and raise little ones. It's actually ministry in itself. And so you have to go in with the right motives and know that Jesus is the only one that could fill any void in your life, not that spouse, because that spouse was not designed to carry that load. They're supposed to journey this life with you.
That's good.
But Christ is the one that carries the burden, and he exchanges your yoke for his yoke, his burden for your burden. Marriage is beautiful.
It is.
But you have to prepare yourself for that person. You want to match that person or supersede.
And it's good to have someone that you want to be equally yoked, right? A lot of times we think about being unequally yoked in regards to just religion.
Yeah.
But in reality, you want to think about political views. You want to think about financial management skills. How are you going to raise your children? There's so many different aspects when it comes to that. Even music, right? Pop and opera, like these things that you want to make sure that you're compatible in certain areas, so that way it helps make your relationship much smoother. Make sure you subscribe for more content, and we will see you on the next video.